free will to hug his family and closest confidants for the first time in decades, Keller hasn't spared a second.
I don't know if I'm scared to go to sleep. I just don't want to waste the time for sleep right now.
Hilton Keller spent the last 33 years locked in jail for a murder he never committed. And in that time, life outside prison walls kept marching on.
That is the moment tonight when Darian Harris became a free man. He spent 12 years behind bars for a murder he didn't commit. He was cleared after it was discovered that the main eyewitness, is legally blind.
For years, Jerry Harrington says he hoped and prayed this time would come, the time when he could tell his real story and hold those who framed him accountable. That was June 22nd, 1991. Detectives who were working under disgraced CPD Commander John Burge framed Harrington in order to clear a case.
I never knew that day I'd be being accused for a murder I didn't do. Everybody believed what the police said. And so it was hard to convince people of your innocence, even my lawyer.
This culture was so deep. It was so pervasive. It was so deeply rooted.
Chicago police ordered to pay $50 million to a man who says he was framed in a murder case.
I was just a kid. I felt like a slave.
This $50 million verdict ought to be a wake-up call.
At 18 years old, when he was arrested for a crime he did not commit. Now that man is John Fulton. He was joined by his family and attorneys outside of the Dirksen Federal Courthouse moments ago, soon after that historic jury verdict. Today, both Fulton and Anthony Mitchell, who was not here, were awarded $60 million each, which their law firm says is the biggest wrongful conviction jury verdict in the U.S. history.
Justice is finally here, and we got a lot of work to do. There are a lot of people that are just like me, that are wrongfully incarcerated in the justice system, and they need to be brought home too.
Is this photo a photo of the man you saw run past you with the machine gun on 118th Street?
Adamantly denied committing murders, but I can't dispute that I was a reasonable suspect. I learned a hairdresser prank and a few other incidents I discussed earlier. Police, however, as usual, that's the judgment, immediately moved me from suspect then chose accept. Once they chose me, they refused to consider any clues or leads that didn't point in my direction. On top of that, they even covered up evidence that pointed in other directions.
What evidence did they cover up and how?
Remember that police report stated that the room to the house had been ransacked?
Yes, I remember that.
Well, in my trial, contrary to the first responding beat officer report that the room to the house had been ransacked, investigator Butler testified that there was no sign of ransacking. So that's one officer saying there was ransacking and another saying there was no sign of ransacking. That's 50-50, unless Tim was scared. Remember that police report that said TQ stated that after the shooting, she hid behind the door because she thought she heard someone still in the house?
I remember that also.
It is obvious to me that the time frame that TQ was hiding must have been when the rooms in the house were being ransacked. More than a coincidence, there's a report of ransacking and TQ heard someone still in the house after the shooting. What else would the seller be still doing in the house after murdering 2 people besides ransacking?
That's a valid point.
Now, with ransacking going on in the house, that's contrary to the prosecution's motive theory, and that's why Kevin Byrne used investigator Butler for the cover-up.
Look for the documentary Perjury Immunity, coming soon on Facebook and YouTube. If anyone has any information regarding a 1992 triple murder in Chicago that occurred at 136 East 118th Street, please inbox Delbert Heard on Facebook and send him information or send him a video via Facebook Live.